Hello, everyone, and welcome to the round 22 review. Well, only 2 rounds to go, so sorry about the lateness of this upload. Both my draft teams made the prelim and they both lost, so we had a bit of a mad Monday. We ended up sipping on some gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. And now that I'm going to drop the Snoop Dogg references like they're hot and move on to the next episode. Alright, so with my captain this week, obviously I had no trades because I haven't had trades for about a month. Alright, so Jack Sinclair, we went Max Holmes as vice captain, only scored a 99, which was not enough, and so we went with Jack Sinclair. Thought it was dangerous going against the Bont.
What is square?
Sorry, it's a square, yes. So we went with Jack Sinclair, and he scored a nice 135. Thought he might go big against Richmond, and that is about bang on average of what our captains have been scoring all for the season. All right, onto the team. But first, onto the ranking. We scored at 2,456, which, looking at some scores around the place, seems pretty below par. And look at that, 52,269 for the week, and we've dropped out of the top 10k, where 10,568th, which I expected. Hey, look at this. On the bright side, I won half my league matchups. Well, 1 out of 2. It's like that Meatloaf song. 1 out of 2 ain't bad. Alright, so we're going to start off with the back line. Maxi Holmes, like we said, 99. So, I think it was 3 free kicks against, holding the ball in the third quarter against Essendon. And, put my Supercoach hat on. He was stiff. Put my Essendon hat on. Oh, he absolutely deserved it. And, he's probably lucky not to give away a free kick for pushing Jade Gresham into row 10 of GMHBA Stadium. Alright, so next, Jordan Clark, bit of a down game, 82. I had him in both my draft, finals, and he let me down. So, 82, come on. Come on, Jordan. Lockie Whitfield, another 99. Jeez, what's with all these 99s? No. Anyway, whatever. Callum Mills, 89. Probably expecting a bit more. Dane Zorko, 71. Is he a bit sore? I think he had a pretty high AFL fantasy score, so, might just butchered it a bit. Come on, just need you to 2 more weeks, Dane. And then, probably never pick him on my side again. Tom McCarthy, an 80. Look, 199k rookie. So, to get an 80, he was pretty much just cover on field. We'll definitely take that. And Taru. So, if you watched my video last week, I said I would take the highest score because Chera wasn't playing. The highest score of Taru and Chera. And Boxall. And I took Boxall. We'll get to you in a second. But Taru, 65. He's okay just for cover. And Campbell Gray, he's out as well. Alright, on to the midfielders. Marcus Bontempelli with a 125. I was thinking this could absolutely burn me and he could go huge against the Melbourne side, but just didn't know what Melbourne was going to put up with the new coach. Simon Goodwin not there anymore. Went a little bit different with Sinclair. Still a nice score though. Nick Dake, another 99. Bloody hell. We're going to party like it's 1999. Who did they play against? Played against Hawthorn. I think he had a pretty good first half, but second half, nowhere. Jack Sinclair with a nice 135. Beautiful. With Nas moving more into the midfield. I just thought that, hey, that backline is Jack Sinclair's, and that's why I went there. Zach Butters, very nice with a 130. Beautiful. Harry Sheasel, 112. Nice. Connor Rozee with a 112. Very nice, considering he's playing with a broken hand. Zach Merritt with a 123. So I think he scored a 90 point or so second half, because he was very quiet in the first half, being tagged by Oisin Mullen. But we've got a problem. I think he might miss this week because he has some sort of a fracture in his hand. But you will wait for team sheets for that. So if that's the case, he might miss this week, and I think they're hopeful that he can play his 250th game against Carlton in round 24. So we really need Cherry to come back, please. Although this could open the door for Johnson maybe to come back into the side because, we've also got Dylan Shield who's out. All right, and we've only got so many fit players on the list. So surely Johnson can come and get a game and give us some cover, please. All right, Dylan Shield, jeez, that suspension could only happen to Essendon. Anyway, Bo Allen didn't play, Cherry didn't play. Boxall, very nice, 92. Playing against the Bombers this week, so hopefully he can get a full game and, against a pretty, weak Essendon side. Surely, he can get a decent score there. All right, on to the rucks. Got Max Gawn, 142, very nice. Tim English, 100. So, both my ruckmen turned up, even though they were playing against each other. All right, so very good there. Boy didn't play. Bailey Smith, a 141. Very nice. Everyone's got him. Some people might have chucked the VC on him. He was a good option. You would have got 6 points over me. All right. Sam Darcy, 94. Yeah, very good. Very consideration for my forward line starting next year. Rankin, 121. Very nice. McRae, 104. Good. Christian Petrarca, down game, 65. Does he get forward status next year? I'm not sure. Anyway, Daniel back down to earth with an 82. Butler Simpson didn't play, and Shy Bolton, well, he was on like 75 or something at half time, and I was thinking, yes, a nice 150 saw coming up. No, only an 89. So a bit disappointing in the end there. Okay, so let's have a look. So no trades this week, obviously. Vice captain. Well, the first game, so there's no Thursday night game with the launch of the AFLW on the Thursday.
Look, Mom, look, Daddy.
Alright, so where was I? So surely Sinclair or maybe even Jack McRae. Might just put the vice captain on Sinclair. And who else we got? We've got 2 Friday night games. Fremantle, Brisbane Lions. So I'm going to put the C on Shy Bolton. No, I'm not. Whoa. Go away. Who else? Carlton, Port Adelaide. No one from that game. Hawthorn, Melbourne. No one there. Oh, jeez. Okay, yep. I think I found Adelaide, Collingwood would be a ripper. North Melbourne, Richmond, probably not so much. Sydney, Geelong, that should be a decent game. Bulldogs, West Coast. Yeah, you got to put the C on Bont. All right, cool. All right, so that will be the team for this week. Merritt's out, Boxall, hopefully Cherry can come back. Hopefully Johnson can come back, so provide us a bit of cover. All right, thank you very much for watching. And coming up next week, because there's not really too much to talk about, I might just go through in the next review, some players that I'm keeping an eye out for next year. And then round 24, just some, year-long reflections. All right, well, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day. See you.